Good evening, everyone. Where are my night owls at? Anyone on Periscope? Oh, yay, we do have some night owls in the mix. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Thank you all for joining me. Yay, thanks for the hearts, friends. So, how many of you are totally digging Periscope? Show me the heart love if you are becoming obsessed like I am. Hi, Camilla. Oh, yes, a lot of colorful hearts. So many of us are loving it. I know, Amanda, you and I were tweeting about it and how we're such huge fans. I feel like a stalker and a peeping Tom. You know, that's a good point, Emily, and I think we can talk about it and actually why that fact, like we're not used to this, being able to see into each other's homes. These people that we've been reading just through our computer screen, now to see them talking to us and responding to us in real time. It does feel a bit awkward at first. And I think that's part of why it's going to be a game changer. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Perfect segue. It's almost as if we planned it. We're going to talk about why Periscope is going to be, and already is, a game changer for bloggers and business owners. Boom. So, I'm glad you're here, and I'm curious. I see a lot of names I already know, but it'd be great for the whole group to see if you are a blogger or business owner, maybe you can go ahead and type the name of your blog or business. I can't wait to hear why this will help bloggers. I've been wondering and nervous to start. Bethany, good. I'm so glad that you're here then. And we'll see if you can be open to the idea after this chat, because I think it's always good to question and ponder things before diving in. So yay, we have some bloggers in the mix. Tanner, Balancing Bedlam, Emily from My Mom Made That, blogger, I vlog at Love Create Celebrate. Oh, I lost that one. Blogger Refresh Restyle, Chrissy from Sawdust to Sequins, the Southern Couture blog, I vlog at Then Heather Said. Great. It's a blogger party. And there might be some folk watching online or in the replay who are business owners. And we're glad to have you all in the mix. Michelle, blogger, Unexpected Elegance. Hey, B, I'm so glad you could make it. Wingate Lane. Great. Okay, well, then this is going to be a lively discussion. And blog. And I do want it to be a give and take. So I see the hearts rising, and that is such helpful feedback on Periscope. So if there's something I say that resonates, you can jump on in. And thanks for sticking with me. I've been on a mission to do a Periscope a day for 7 days. And this is day 6, and I almost missed it. We're 1 hour to midnight Eastern, so I made it, and I'm so glad that you're a part of this. So hearts if you love it, and I would love comments. I'm going to do my best to pause in between sort of my different ideas that I'll be sharing, just to give you all time to tickety and let me know what you think. And we can even debate it. I'm totally open to this being a discussion and just hearing different ideas, because not everyone may like Periscope, and that's okay. We welcome a diversity of opinions. So anyone just tuning in, I'm Lauren from the Thinking Closet, and I'm officially obsessed with Periscope. And tonight we're going to talk about why Periscope is a game changer for bloggers and business owners alike, and honestly for everyone, I think. And it's growing at such a rapid rate. I just joined a couple weeks ago, but even in this, no, not even a couple weeks ago, last week. I'd heard about it a couple weeks ago, joined last week, started my first scope on Thursday, have done now 6 in a row, and just in this short time span, I've already seen Periscope blow up with a ton of new users. So I'm curious to hear right here, right now in the comments, how long you've been on Periscope. So approximately a week, 2 weeks, a month, today, this is your first day, I would love to know when you joined, just so we could get a gauge for how quickly this thing is spreading. 2 days, joined tonight, yay, welcome. Lindibs, 3 days, 1 day, 2 day, a few weeks. Today, unexpected elegance. 6 days, about a week, a month or so, haven't scoped yet. 1 week. A few days, I've heard of vloggers using it, but not bloggers. Bethany, less than a week. A lot of us are newbies. See, it's spreading like wildfire. Or, as your friend and mine, Christopher Walken might say, I got a fever, and the only prescription is more Periscope. Name that reference. Name the sketch. Or perhaps the star, besides Christopher Walken, who's in the sketch. Who's gonna get it? I see hearts. I imagine you're all typing and tapping the screen. Yes! Balancing bedlam. More cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell. Just like I gotta have more Periscope. Yes, then Heather said. Now they're all gonna come in. You got it. And if you don't know what that reference is, it's okay. You're still in the club. It's not a club thing at all. Just go online after this, not right now, and look up Saturday Night Live cowbell, and all will be explained. Yes, the Red Eye Baker. I was just telling Kirsten from Sweet Tea and Saving Grace that it's so cool to see the bloggers behind their blogs. I agree. And actually, that's another great segue. We are just on the same wavelength tonight, guys. Let's dive in, because my very first reason why I think that Periscope's going to be a game changer is that Periscope tears down the walls between us and forges personal connections. And just because of the nature of Periscope, that it's live, we're getting a glimpse into the behind the scenes in a very real and exciting way. Yes, I see the hearts. I know I was talking with a friend even just tonight. Thanks, Camilla. I was just talking to a friend about how sometimes you can follow a blog for a long time and love the content, love the ideas, but maybe you've only seen thank you for that hashtag. Maybe that you've only seen a couple photos of them, and so they're sort of just in your imagination. They're maybe like a little bit blurry, or you just picture them as a photograph. I don't know if you have that experience, but there are certain blogs, I imagine their little headshot, and that's sort of who they are to me. And on Periscope, you see this person and you hear them talking, and immediately you feel like you're sitting down and having coffee with them. Bethany, you totally relate to this. And this is why I think Periscope is unlike any of the other social media platforms, why it's standing out. We're finally tearing down this wall and getting to know people personally. Like, did you know I'm this weird and quirky and I smile a lot and I say and like so much? You didn't know that until now. And so we're getting to have this personal connection. And I always like to say, people follow bloggers, not blogs. And if you can make that personal connection, you're going to build a loyal following. And to me, I'm more interested in a loyal following than a huge group of people who come one time and never come back again. TT Crafty agrees. Yes, you can't hide behind the computer. And I will say, I think that's what's intimidating a little bit to people, is like, oh my goodness, they're gonna see me, and what if I'm awkward, and what if I don't look like they thought I would? But I don't know about you, but I've been nothing but so overjoyed to get to see these heroes, my blogging heroes, and interact with them on the spot, unlike YouTube. Such a good point. Just knowing that they're talking at the same moment I'm watching, there's just something so electric about that. And exactly, I didn't even know Southern accent. Those are things we don't know until we get to see these videos, and it's all the more exciting when it is live. Quick little story that will illustrate this as well. I don't know how many of you follow Nikki Elledge Brown, but her website is absolutely stunning and beautiful. And if you go, you're just immediately impressed by like the sleek design. She's in these super cute dresses, pink lipstick, looking adorable, and she's got killer content too, to boot. It's just always so impressive. And interesting bouncing bedlam, you should say, talk about makeup, because if I've watched a couple of Nikki Elledge Brown's Periscopes, and get this, she calls them Beriscopes because she's done them without any makeup on. How refreshing is that? And so very punny and clever, and you know I like the puns. I'm tapping the screen for puns. And so this person who might come across as very polished and put together has done a very brave thing. And she's like, okay, my kid's napping for a second. I have no makeup on. I just got out of the shower. Let me give you this tip. And I don't know. For me, I'm like, wow, you're a real person. You're not just someone that's in a photoshopped picture. You're a person. And then she responded to one of my questions that I asked. So now I'm like a die-hard Nikki Elledge Brown fan, whereas before I was just like a fan. So pants optional. Yes, you don't know if I have any pants on right now. So that's the beauty and the excitement and the thrill of Periscope or Beriscope. So that might be a good challenge. Everybody loves the idea of pants optional. Just make sure your cell phone is on the tripod and locked in, if any of you do that. You little rebels, you. Scandalous. I know. This conversation is nosediving fast. It is getting close to midnight. Yeah, let's take risks in being more bare and being more honest. That's actually in part why I did my very first Periscope right after the gym with the crazy, messy hair and the flyaways, because I thought, like, let's tear down the wall and let's get real. So this has been a great, great discussion for that very first reason why I think Periscope's going to be a game changer. Good quick question about inappropriate comments. I have not had any yet. Watch, we'll get one right about now. But there's an option to block. So if that happens, I'm glad you're wearing pants. If that happens, you're just going to tap the person's comment, right, with your finger, and then there's a block option. You kind of got to be fast, though, because as you see, the feed moves. So if you get like a troll that shows up, just go ahead and do that, and they will never be able to come back. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so let's dive in. I've sort of come up with 5 of these reasons why I think Periscope's going to be a game changer for bloggers and business owners. Number 2, the collaborative energy breeds creativity. I'll say it again. Let it sink in. The collaborative energy on Periscope breeds creativity. And I see hearts of resonance. I'm going to give you an example. And actually, some of you might have been there. If you attended, a lot of hearts. If you attended the Monday night dance party right here at Thinking Closet last night, write yes in the comments, and you can do hearts. Go ahead and say if you were here yesterday for my very first dance party. Yes, Refresh Restyle. Yes, Kendra, Bethany. Yes, it was epic. Yes, B was there. Then Heather said yes. I know a lot of you were. Sawdust to Sequins. Okay, how crazy fun was that? Oh yes, Bouncing Bedlam. I love the girl. Now, for those of you who weren't, let me explain what happened, and this will illustrate my point that Periscope, Rachel was there, Periscope breeds creativity. So this was an idea I had probably an hour before I was going to go on to Periscope. I'd already set my time, 9 o'clock on Monday. I had to come up with something. Nothing like a deadline, right? Work best under pressure. So I had a couple ideas. I ran them by my husband, Mark. He liked the idea of sharing, 5 of my favorite songs to dance to. Because I thought, it's Monday. People don't want to have to think too hard. They might have had a long, hard day. Let's just have some fun. I'll play some music for them, introduce them to new songs. Well, it kind of adapted and grew as the Periscope went on, and so much of it was in part because of that live interaction, because I saw that you all were digging it. We played a little game of Name That Tune, and I thought I was just going to maybe dance a little bit in the chair, but it grew much more beyond that to at the very end, this was spontaneous, guys. The very end, I urged everyone to get up on their feet and dance all together. And so I got up on my feet, Mark even joined in, and we had a virtual dance party across Periscope. And that idea and that possibility could have never been possible if I was just sitting by myself filming a video to edit and put on YouTube, right? Like there was that electric energy, and that is what I am really, really drawn to on Periscope. Heather, I totally danced with the cat. Oh, good, because my cat was not having the dance. But that electric energy that we have brings out new ideas. And then get this. They all thought, let's do this again. Let's do this again next Monday because it makes Mondays fun. I think that's what you said, Bethany. And then I didn't even expect to do anything beyond that, but now apparently it's becoming a tradition. So hashtag Monday Night Dance Party. It's happening next Monday, Periscope, 9 o'clock Eastern. Save the date. And again, would have not happened on any other social media platform except for Periscope. So embrace this opportunity, guys. Embrace it to, feed off of your commenters, your audience members. When you see hearts of something that they're really interested in, go a bit further. Pause, take your time, ask for interaction. And I'm trying to get better about that, asking what you guys are excited about, because as a collective, we're so much more creative than the most creative person in the collective, right? That's what they say about intelligence. It's the same for creativity. As a group right now, we are insanely creative. Just let that sink in. And it's true. And you believe it too. I see the hearts. And I know it's a little bit terrifying, this live element. And I've been constantly battling fear all week as I've been putting myself out there, because you don't know what's going to happen. I could have been by myself tonight, and that would have been a little awkward and embarrassing. But I've pressed on through it, and it's been nothing but positive for me. And I hope that you can take that lesson that I'm learning and apply it on your own if you are still sort of sitting on the sidelines and you're not sure if you should dive in. Because I really do think the creative energy on Periscope can propel your blog and your business forward. Follow that lead. Who knows where Monday night dance parties are going to lead, but I'm going to follow that thread because we all had fun and it might lead to something else. At least it was just a good workout. So there's that. Hooray! And I'll say this. If you are new to Periscope, a fun feature is you can actually share with all of your followers this current broadcast, this scope. So even right now, you might have some followers who are on Periscope, and we'd love for them to join in on the discussion. So if you swipe to the right on an iOS, swipe up, or you can, refresh, retell. You can hit the share button or the tweet button. Share will share it with your Periscope followers. Twitter folk will be able to watch online. So I'd love for you to share this scope if you feel like you could think of some other people who might enjoy checking it out. The more the merrier, the more collaboration, the more creativity. Perfect. All right. Now, the very next idea for why I think Periscope is a game changer for bloggers and business owners is that it provides instant feedback, live, in the moment, instant feedback, and that is incredibly valuable. And it does kind of connect with the previous one, that opportunity for collaboration and creativity. But in no other social media platform can I get this instant response from you guys. And so actually it's quite a time saver when you think about it. Because in the past, when I might have to, take a long time to create a long survey form, send it out to all my subscribers, wait for the responses to roll in, I can just do a quick poll on Periscope and quickly see who is on board with that idea, who isn't, if you guys have an alternative idea. And so I'm going to save a ton of time just by using this live interaction. And in fact, I'm going to use it right now as a test. I have a question that you guys can help answer just with your preference. It's an opinion. So tomorrow will be my my personal challenge of 7 straight days of scopes. Tomorrow, I'm going to be scoping about what I've learned and sort of tips I have for new broadcasters. So if that interests you, be sure to come back in. But I'm curious about what time works best for you. And I have a time frame between 2 o'clock Eastern to as late as I could start at 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow on the 22nd, Wednesday. What works best for you guys? Go ahead and type in the time. If you can convert it to Eastern time, that would be helpful. This time is perfect. Oh, I wish I could do it at late night. 7 o'clock, later's better. See? I didn't expect that. And I'm so glad I asked because I got this instant feedback. 7 o'clock, this time. Great idea tomorrow. I like 7 because I'm done with most work. This is perfect for me. I'm on the West Coast. Oh, yay, hooray. Lindivs. I knew I would hopefully catch tonight the West Coasters who are a little bit earlier. Okay, later's better. You know, this actually makes my heart happy because I am a night owl through and through. Okay, 4 hours behind. All right, well, I wish I could do it later than 7 tomorrow, but 7 o'clock it will be. And again, I really didn't expect that. I thought 2 o'clock, but no, it's 7. So that instant feedback that I just got from you, incredibly valuable. And not only is it gonna, we're gonna have a fun time, but it's gonna help me in the future as I make plans with my blog and my business to know, okay, if I'm going to do live broadcasts, we're going to shoot for late night. Kids are in bed. Hooray. Okay, well, I'm glad to know that the 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time frame is a good one. And right now we have 30 people at least right now live on the app in Periscope. And a lot of hearts. Thank you. Thank you for that response. I'm glad the night owls are here. Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, if I could just sleep in really late every morning and stay up really late at night, I would. That's just how I'm wired. Camilla is wondering what the best time is. Laura says, this is the best time. The kids are in bed. So Camilla, I know you're not in the States, so you can maybe just do some calculations number-wise. Camilla, you said this time worked well, and everyone's saying they love it, and now she knows. Smiley faces all around. That's great. So again, recap. Use Periscope to get instant feedback. I have so many more questions I want to ask you, but I'm going to save those for another time. The red-eyed baker. You and your hubby are night owls too. That's awesome. My hubby and I are opposites in that way. Bless his heart. And then he ends up working night shifts all the time, poor guy. But if he had his druthers, he would get up at the crack of dawn. 1 hour behind. Perfect. Okay. We're moving along. So we're talking, if you're just tuning in, I'm Lauren from thinkingcloset.com. I'm obsessed with Periscope. We're talking about why Periscope is going to be a game changer for bloggers and business owners. And we're plowing through, we're on the 4th idea here. This one is going to really connect with any perfectionists out there. So if you're a perfectionist, show me some hearts in a very perfect formation. Just kidding. They can be imperfect. Yay. Okay, lots of us. I'm tapping the screen too. I am a big perfectionist, guys. Now, Periscope eliminates the hassle that usually comes with creating video content. And a Periscope truly would be a perfectionist's nightmare because oh no, I can't make it perfect. I can't edit it. I can't add in my voiceover. I can't add in the cutaways. I can't perfectly get it all right before I upload it. So it's either your nightmare or it's your dream. And guys, I have to say, having just dove headfirst in as a perfectionist, it is a dream. Because I'm feeling so empowered by the fact that I've been able to churn out video content. And this is something that's been on my list of blogger dreams and goals of I feel like video is a passion for me. It really fits my background with teaching and with theater. And I've just been held back by the idea that, oh wow, I don't have 9 hours to devote to video content. I have analysis paralysis. It's definitely very real and raw. It's true. And so I know like that perfectionism is going to hold you back from maybe wanting to dive in, because you're going to think that you're just going to feel paralyzed by the idea that this is live. You can't fix it. I can't rewind it and say something different. But go for it, guys, because like I said, no one actually expects perfection on Periscope. And so that's incredibly freeing too. It would be fun to do on my lunch break when the school year starts. Yes. Nobody is expecting a perfectly edited video. You can't do it. No one's expecting you to have a lecture, a speech. This is more like coffee talk. And so let that be freeing to you. Embrace the lack of hassle and dive in, and you're going to be churning out video like nothing else. And that has been just one of the most liberating things of this, is recognizing I don't have to be perfect, because that's not how Periscope works. Periscope is imperfect. I like that though. It makes it neighborly, like we're sitting down with some yummy coffee. Yes, Red-Eyed Baker. I love that too. Again, that goes back to number one, forging that personal connection. That's what I'm digging. So free yourself of this idea that you need to be a perfect orator and you need to be able to perfectly follow an outline. I know I've diverted off course many times in this scope. And honestly, if I could go back and edit out certain things, I probably would, but I can't. So I'm not going to fight that. I'm going to embrace that as part of the medium of Periscope and feel freed by the elimination of hassle. Because in 30 minutes, I can create something that would have taken me 9 hours. And when you add up several videos, that's a lot of time. That is a lot of time we just saved right there. So that's why I think Periscope's going to be a game changer. If you're a blogger, if you're a business owner, use it as an opportunity to create content, things that you're going to share. No, I actually loved the pants optional detour. That's exactly what Periscope is about, taking those tangents. And that's actually a tricky thing, right? Like that balance. If any of you have done scopes yet, of when do I follow a tangent that's happening in the comments? When do I propel us forward? Makes it so real though to acknowledge them. So it's this wonderful dance of, you know, I'm taking us a few steps, you guys are taking us a few steps, sometimes together we wander. But it's a much more enjoyable journey, I think, than if I was like by myself doing a straight line. I love that you don't have to have any editing skills for Periscope. Laura, I do too. And listen to this. So I have been uploading my videos to YouTube, which I'm sort of getting ahead of myself here. But my first instinct was to create a little introduction to the video, add some music. Then at the end, I was going to put in like closing credits. And I stopped myself and I said, no, Lauren, don't get sucked into creating more hassle for yourself, because I know myself, if it starts to become this list of things I have to do, I'm going to be much less likely to scope. If it's like, okay, well, getting my video ready to upload is going to take a long time. So I just plopped that video in iMovie, didn't edit anything. It was hard for me not to have a fun introduction or a fun ending, but I did it because I know myself, and I know in the long run, I'm going to be so much happier if I have nothing to edit. No more hassle. Simplicity is a must. Yes, preach. Work smarter, not harder. And I think like we're all embracing this new medium. So again, no one's expecting you to have the perfect cinematography, the perfect editing. Obviously, do the best you can to have light on your face, to minimize distractions. But people want to see the mess. People want to see you in your home. They want to see the mistakes because it makes you a real human and not this like plastic toy blogger that they can't relate to. So I see a lot of people resonating with that, with the hearts in the comments. So thank you guys for affirming that, because that's something that's been really exciting for me as a perfectionist, and just something that makes me feel like I could see Periscope being my new favorite thing for a long time, and a game changer for me personally, and I know it's going to be the same for so many of you. Okay, guys, so let's just do a quick recap. We have talked about the game-changing essence of Periscope for bloggers and business owners, and I'm going to recap them. And yes, I was skeptical of joining at first too, Red-Eyed Baker, and I tend to wait on the fads and see if they're going to stick before I jump in. But I agree. I'm so glad I did. I just downloaded the app to see actually a friend of mine, Kirsten from Sweet Saving Grace, was going to be posting on Periscope, and so I just downloaded it so I could watch her at Haven. And after watching a few videos, I was like, whoa, this is something else, and I think I might want to do my own. So I'm really glad I didn't let my own skepticism and my own tendency to sort of put up a wall and maybe judge a trend. I'm glad I didn't let that stop me from diving in. So I can agree with that. There are fun, famous people to watch too. Yes, Balancing Bedlam. Tell me who. Go ahead and type it in. I'd love to know which fun, famous people. I feel like I've been watching a lot of fun, famous bloggers like Chris Ducker and Pat Flynn and Nikki Elledge Brown. But I'd love to know some fun celebs that you enjoy watching. I had to miss Haven too. I blame Kirsten, yes. Love her, but we can blame her for our Periscope obsession. Jim Gaffigan, great comedian. I wonder if Will Ferrell, our cowbell friend, wonder if he's on the scope. I'll have to check it out. Oh, Shalene Johnson, Natalie Grant, great. I'm gonna look these folk up after our scope. Okay. Quick recap, gotta refocus us. Periscope's gonna be a game changer because it tears down walls and forges personal connections, unlike any other social media platform has done so far, in my opinion. Number two, the collaborative energy breeds creativity. Together, we're much more creative than we are alone. Along the same vein, it provides the opportunity for instant feedback, which is a huge time saver, and will help you make decisions for your business that are going to benefit your clients or your readers. It eliminates the hassle factor that comes with creating video that holds us back from putting ourselves out there because ain't nobody got time for that. You got time for Periscope. And last but not least, heart explosion. Last but not least, one Periscope broadcast can be repurposed across multiple platforms. So you are taking one little half-hour, 10-minute, 5-minute segment that vanishes from Periscope within 24 hours, and you might think, oh no, what was that for? But if you want to save it, you can. You can select it in your settings to auto-save to your camera roll. I think it gives you the option at the end of a scope if you don't have that setting selected. And it will save to your camera roll. And then you can do what I'm doing and upload it to YouTube. You could upload it to Facebook. You could link to Twitter. Put it on your blog. I've already embedded 2 of my scopes on my blog. One in a new post that was inspired by my scope on conquering the fear of public speaking, and another one in my 10 lessons I learned while planning my own wedding. That was a post from a year ago, and I did 2 scopes where I broke it down, and now I put those together in a YouTube. It's in the post. And so I'm helping my own business and my blog's SEO by adding more video content. I'm getting ideas that are interesting to readers, and I'm not just letting it live on Periscope, but we're going to add it into my blog. And I just think there's so many possibilities for us to repurpose this content. I mean, even beyond YouTube. Think about how you might use it as like a special package in a product you're creating. So it becomes exclusive content for people who, get an e-course or an e-book. Maybe you can build a membership site and those scopes live on your membership site and it's just for them because it vanished on Periscope. Oh, Kendra, you enjoyed the scope on public speaking, not scared anymore. That makes me feel wonderful, and I'm so glad that I did that. That's another example of sort of a creative collaboration, because out of my very first scope, I spontaneously mentioned that my theater professor's thing about extra points for shaking, and because of the feedback I got from my audience through hearts and comments, I thought, oh, they liked that? I'm going to do a scope just on overcoming that fear of public speaking. So again, just out of the interest of your audience, you're going to be able to create new content and then repurpose that content across multiple platforms, and you're going to reach more people. You can draw more attention to products you've created or to your website, and it can really help you make money. And I know like YouTube, you can monetize with ads, and even though it starts out as, might just be a few pennies and quarters, those can add up over time, especially if you're trying to create a Periscope, a scope every day. And before you know it, you're going to have a YouTube channel full of videos that folk are going to want to access. So light bulb moment. I hope that was a light bulb moment for you. I know when I learned that you could save the scopes to your camera roll, I thought like, ding, we're going to make the most of this. It's an incredible platform. It's an incredible collaboration. And I think it's an energy we should harness and reshare and reshare and reshare as much as we can. And it's really got my gears turning for how I'm going to move forward with my blog and my business. And I'm actually planning to do after my scope tomorrow, after 7 days, I'm going to do a lot of reflecting and thinking about how I'm going to be using Periscope intentionally to create content that my viewers and my readers love, and how it's going to change the course of my business, because I really do think it is a game changer. So tell me what you guys think. Is there anything else anything I mentioned you want to talk about more? Questions you have? Any ideas you have, or thoughts on why you think Periscope is really going to change the game? For bloggers, for business owners. I know like it's a brand new thing. Some of you are just joining and just on it for the first time tonight. So especially you guys, what did you think? Did you like this exchange? Is it gonna inspire you to do your own? I'm super excited, Cami says. Oh, I'm so glad you're inspired. I'm looking forward to tomorrow when you talk more about the technical side. Yes, Bethany, I will be back tomorrow with 20 quick tips for new broadcasters on Periscope. Yes, refresh, restyle. I love that you can save videos. A little bit of a video hoarder. I don't want to lose any of them. Yeah, that was a huge relief, because I first heard the whole like it vanishes in 24 hours and goes to Periscope heaven, and I thought like, why would anyone want to do that? But the folk at Periscope, they know what they're doing when they added that little feature. So yay, Wingate Lane, trying to figure out what I have to offer. Balancing amendment, that's a really good, interesting thought that you have, and I feel like a lot of us wonder, like, what can I share? I'm just an ordinary person, and I don't feel like I have anything brilliant to say. And really, everyone has a story, right? Like, we've all gone through experiences that have made us who we are. And I think that you just sharing parts of your story and who you are and what makes you you is interesting enough. And that's going to inspire people to share their story. You can do thrift store outfits, your personality. Yeah, let your personality come through, because, even if you're not maybe doing a more structured scope and you're just sharing what happened to you that morning, or a craft fail that just happened, or asking for ideas, just that little interaction is an offering. You're offering yourself to your community, and you're giving them the gift of you, which is enough. Yeah, I think I saw that. So can Periscope videos just be about daily life? Yes, there's no rules. Do whatever floats your boat. I think if you start with passion, you're gonna succeed. So whatever you're excited about. Are you worried about scoping at the same time? Okay, and we'll talk about location. Okay, good question, Amanda. Honestly, I think Periscope is growing so quickly. Don't worry about stepping on other people's toes, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I will jump in a scope, jump out, jump into another one, come back. That people are hopping in and out all the time. That's why I reintroduced myself, and I tried to recap some of our reasons for why this is going to be a game changer, because people are coming in all the time, and there's the replay for 24 hours. People are agreeing with this. So even if, you know, I'm scoping at the same time as you, Amanda, I'm going to watch yours when I'm done and you might watch mine. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Okay, yes. Let's talk about quickly location setting, although this is sort of jumping on tomorrow. But yes, you can turn off before you start the broadcast. There's a little arrow that looks like this. And just make sure that that is not white. And if you want to turn off location setting, and if you want it on, maybe you're like, I'm at Disney World and I want people to see exactly where I am and be able to search for me on the map. Then you might want your location services on. So I personally am not putting it on when I'm at home because you can zoom in on the map and actually see what street people are on. Serial killer moment. So I'm trying to avoid that. But again, totally up to you. If you're comfortable with that and you don't care, go ahead. Because when you put location services on, then they can find you on the big map. Creepers, that could be scary. That's sort of how I feel. So we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. And I think I had seen Red Eyed Baker chatting about excited to use this as you grow your blog or your business. Feel free to re-comment in case I mess that up. But yeah, again, so many possibilities with this app. And I'm brand new, right? Like I just did my first scope on Thursday. Actually, I think it was Sunday night is when I joined. And here we are. And I really am just so floored by how exciting this interaction is live. And so press through that fear, give it a go. And loving it. I would even challenge those of you who are thinking of scoping for the first time or you're still beginning, like give yourself maybe a little challenge. It doesn't have to be every day for 7 days like I did, but I would push yourself to do it a few times before you really decide, like, is this going to be part of my business or blog plan or not? Because give yourself room to grow. This is brand new. We're all figuring this out as we go, and you're not going to be perfect at it right away. Hi, Jack. Shout out to Jack. Gonna scope this week, Balancing Bedlam. I'm so glad you're inspired. Yay! Yeah, so push through that fear. It is worth it, friends. It is so, so, so worth it. So to sort of wrap us up, I did want to give you guys a teaser of what's to come tomorrow. So tomorrow night at 7, we decided we're gonna scope. And actually tomorrow morning on the blog, I think at 7 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to be publishing not 1, not 2, but 3 posts, separate posts, all about Periscope. Oh, yay, Jackie's scoping for the first time tomorrow morning. We all have to go visit her. Jackie, if you know what time you're posting, you can go ahead and list it, but I'll keep an eye on my notifications. But tomorrow morning, I will be posting 3 posts. And if you're excited about Periscope, you want to dig in more to this, I'm going to give you the titles just to pique your curiosity. So the first one will be a beginner's guide to Periscope. That's just sort of an overview of how Periscope works. Yay, how it works and how to get started with it. Be like great to show someone who's like, what do I do? What is this thing? You can send them to that post. 6:30 a.m. Central at Teal and Lime. We got to tune in to support Jackie in her first one. You go, girl. So the beginner's guide to Periscope will be the first post. The second one will be a written out version of what we chatted about tonight. And it's going to be why it's going to be a game changer. So I'm actually going to make some edits on that post because of what we talked about. You're welcome. Because again, it's collaborative and I got instant feedback from you all that's going to improve my own content. Periscope rocks. Third post is going to be the topic of our scope tomorrow, which is 20 quick tips for new broadcasters. And that's more technical, although there is a lot of just inspiration and encouragement mixed in there too. And the honest truth is I started to write one post and it was 10 miles long. And I tend to be a little bit wordy, if you didn't know, if you couldn't guess. So, but it was beyond my wordy post. 20 quick tips. And I don't know, tell me this. I can change the title still. Is it is it like paradoxical or an oxymoron to have 20 quick tips? Can 20 tips be quick? I just like the way it sounds. 20 quick tips, 20 quick tips. And I am going to try to make them like just a couple sentences. So yes or no, yay or nay to the title, 20 quick tips for new broadcasters on Periscope. Heck yes. Yes, I love it. Okay. Yay, so much helpful feedback, and I saw a lot of hearts. Yes, yes, should be quick, if a few sentences for each. Thank you, Bethany. Yes, making it in the mountains, sawdust to sequence. I will make sure that they are very short and to the point, but we'll run through them marathon style tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock Eastern. So I'd love for you guys to come back if you can. And if you enjoyed this one, feel free to swipe right, to share it with your followers, or to tweet out the link. I would love for the fever of Periscope to spread, because I think the bigger this community gets, the more creativity we're going to find, and the more inspiration that we'll see when we open up that app and just start hopping around to the feeds. There's an exciting energy happening. I know you guys feel it, I feel it, and thank you for joining me in this conversation about it. This is what it's all about, friends. So stop by the blog tomorrow to check out those 3 posts, thinkingcloset.com. And if you're watching this in a replay and many months have gone by and it's long beyond July 22nd, you can find those at thinkingcloset.com/Periscope. I'll have those living there as well. My hubby says, doesn't she know marathons take hours? Yeah, what was I even saying by that? Good night, good night. A marathon. Maybe a sprint. It's going to be a sprint. Thank you, Amanda's husband. Again, the live nature of Periscope. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to say craziness. Embrace it. Respond to people. Good night, guys. Thank you. I'm so glad that you enjoyed your first live chat. Lindivs, I'm honored that you chose mine as your very first one. Warms the heart. Love it, love it. Okay, guys, and if you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay in the loop with my emails, and if you want to get an email with all little blurbs of these 3 posts this weekend, you can subscribe at thinkingcloset.com/email. Good night, XOXO. Love this, so fun. So fun with friends on Periscope. And don't forget about the dance party, Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's happening. Who knew? A week ago, I would have never guessed. So, all right, I'll let you guys get to bed. Thank you, my night owls. Wow, this was almost an hour long. Just so much quality conversation happening. Hearts back at ya. And I will see you tomorrow night at 7. Have a great Wednesday. See you then.